You know why I like water a lot? Because it just doesn't remind me of anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't, it's not one of those things that you drink or eat that makes you think about some other thing.
Right.
It has this beautiful clear nature to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't conjure. It just is what it is.
I love that.
You can't say that about juice. And then, what usually I did right when I realized that it had happened, I went on a really long walk. And I whistled.
Can you still whistle?
No.
I noticed that you don't have all your front teeth anymore. Is that why you can't whistle?
Yes. It's also because something happened where I have a genetic problem where I can't put my mouth together the right way. It just goes.
I know that sound well. Some of my own biology does that too.
Do you get lonely?
No.
No. Okay.
Anyone else? Oh, yeah, there's a question over there.
Did you happen to visit Earth when they were creating Stonehenge? And can you tell us
Oh,
why?
yes, actually. John, you're going to love this.
Oh, I love Stonehenge.
Well, what it was actually, Rachel was involved. And she had gotten an assignment at her school. And they said, would you make some sort of monument to confuse future generations? And she said, I'd love to.
Rachel said that.
Yeah, she said she'd love to. And she sang the whole time she was doing it.
Rachel.
Yeah. And they finished it. And but you know, she placed everything in just a certain way so that it would seem significant. But it's not. Literally no significance whatsoever. It's just rocks.
Where were you on 9/11, Claywoman?
Well, you know, there's a lot of people on the internet who seem to think that
I know where you're going, and
It's
think
not
it's
true.
not true. No,
it's
no,
not
no,
true.
not
You know,
even-
I
no,
didn't
it's
have
not true.
anything to do
No,
with
I know.
it.
Do you think? Are you? Would you consider yourself female?
For your purposes, fine. You know, it's like I do it.
Claywoman.
I do it for you, really. I mean, it's like if you could see what my body looks like without. I sort of put this. I mean, you think this is disturbing. What I actually look like is something that I don't think your species could handle what we really look like. So, I decided, you know, if I'm going to go to Earth, I'm going to give them a bit of
So it's like a wrinkle in time.
Yeah.
You're giving us a surface that we can understand.
Yes, of course. You know, I feel like it's the polite thing to do.
Right.
You know, for instance, when I was growing up, we had something called an iridot, and it's a long pet. It's shaped like a cylinder, and at the very bottom there's like a little bit of fur. And it looks almost plastic, but it's its skin. It goes all the way up about 16 feet, and then there's these two eyes at the top. And it just constantly tells you what you should be doing.
Wow.
Better or not
Wow.
better. You know, so you'll be like, hi, good morning. And then it'll say, well, why did you not... You should have called Carol back. You should have done that. You know, she's been waiting for you all day. And you're like, oh, God. You know, in the same way that you might be annoyed that you have to take your dog out again.
Mm-hmm.
The iridot is annoying in the way that it is just nitpicking at you and finding these little things constantly that you might, you know, you're like, oh, I thought I did a really good you know, it's really great today, and that, you know, the adults always at home going, it wasn't your best work. And, you know, and they're not right, necessarily. You could have done your best work, but that's just the way they are.
Does that explain your ambivalence to assume the role of a prophet or the Messiah here on earth?
Well, my ambivalence is because that's not what I am.
Well, but to me, you represent a true possibility of enlightenment. I mean, you live on a peaceful planet. You have knowledge of our origins and where we come from and where we're going. Yet you speak to us in this sort of these poetic kind of koans and riddles, and it seems to me like it's part of some exercise for us to stretch our minds and try to really find the answers ourselves. You don't give easy answers. You know, you talk about teapots and blizzards and stuff.
Well, perhaps I don't know the answers.
I just don't think that's true.
Well,